SCOTUS acts. Welcome to Law and Society. Please subscribe. This is a flash update that the Supreme Court of the United States has finally acted. I was talking about this and I kept wondering if the Supreme Court would come out and make a direct order that did not mince any words. And I said do it sua sponte on your own. But clearly there are enough cases going up to the Supreme Court about these detentions and about these removals, illegal removals without due process of law. So in the lawsuit pending, in a pending case, the AARP et al. Versus Donald Trump, there is before the court an application on behalf of a putative class of detainees seeking an injunction against their removal under the Alien Enemies Act. The matter is currently pending in the Fourth Circuit. Upon action by the Fifth Circuit, the matter is currently pending in the Fifth Circuit. Upon action by the Fifth Circuit, the Solicitor General is invited to file response to the application before this court as soon as possible. The government is directed not to remove any member of the putative class of detainees from the United States until further order of this court. You have Alito and Thomas dissenting. But that is the order of the court saying, government, you will not move, at least for purposes of this case, and this order, I believe, will be followed, must be followed until this court further orders them that you can now start removing these people. So this is the most direct command the Supreme Court has given to the government, to Donald Trump. The government is directed to not remove any member of the putative class of detainees from the United States until further order of this court. Done. Now the ball is in Donald Trump's court. If Donald Trump sends even one person under the Alien Enemies Act outside of the United States, he will have violated this order. And you will notice, if you've read the Judge Sinis's order about the first order that she issued after remand, she said that she is directing the government to facilitate and directing the government to bring Abrego Garcia back to the United States. So you see that same word. The government is directed not to remove. So it's very, very, very direct and very, very, very specific. It doesn't talk about the ones who are already there, but prospectively, if Donald Trump tries to kick anybody out of the country based on the Alien Enemies Act, that will be a violation of this Supreme Court order. And at that time, we would be in a constitutional crisis. But the Supreme Court has spoken. Finally, I've been talking about this for weeks. I've been very excited about it, so I just wanted to come and tell you about it and explain to you the expanse of this. And now this is how democracy works. This is our checks and balances. Now we will see if the government realizes that it needs to follow the rule of law or whether we're going to go into lawlessness. Now is the point to see whether Donald Trump disobeys a direct SCOTUS order. So keep your eyes on the news and see what Donald Trump does and see what his administration says. Because there's no other way to interpret what the Supreme Court has just now said. I'll read it one last time because I'm loving it. The government is directed not to remove any member of the putative class of detainees from the United States until further order of this court. I assume anybody who would come up under this and any detainee who is they're being taken away, their lawyer will have this order that can stop that even at the gate of the airport, even at the gate of the plane. This order must stop government action. There's no interpretation to this. With that said, thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.